Alright, JV Game, what's going on, bros? And today, got an epic video for you. And it's just me filling out my bracket because I'm an epic gamer. Alright. So, if any of you don't know anything about sports, every year, until Rona anyway, college basketball, they got, your top 68 teams, and, they just choose, obviously the top 68 teams. You can see they have a big old tournament, and the tournament pretty much decides who is the greatest team of all time. Just kidding, it's just that year. Alright, so pretty basic tournament. Let's say I want Oklahoma to win. I just choose them and they're right there already, and then we pretty much just keep choosing until can't get rid of that. Pretty much just choose until you find a team that you really like, and then they go to the championship game. And you can and then once we finally get there, we'll, like you see here, the tiebreaker. We'll just choose how many points are chosen, and that's how it goes. Alright, so without further ado, let's get this epic gaming, because we're gamers. We're gaming. Okay. So let's begin here in the West region. Okay, so Gonzaga, or I guess, can I choose one of these teams? No. Okay, never mind. I thought I had to choose either Norfolk State or Appalachian State. Obviously, if you don't know, obviously if your number's closer to 1, you are supposed to be better. And obviously Gonzaga is supposed to be the best team in the nation. I don't necessarily think they're the best, but they're definitely not losing to any of these teams. So I'm going to choose Gonzaga. Oklahoma's Missouri. I think it could go both ways. I already chose Oklahoma. It really doesn't matter a whole lot to me in this one, because I don't think either of them are beating Gonzaga. So I'm just going to keep Oklahoma because that was my example. Okay, Creighton versus, I cannot remember what this one is. Supposedly they have a chance to upset Creighton, but, I don't really think they're going to do that. So I'm going to choose Creighton. Oh, and before we go any further, most of this is going to be based on personal bias, not if teams are good. So, as a precautionary, so I don't get one, and when I mean one, I mean literally just one comment saying, why your bracket sucks. Well, I don't care. This is pretty much just my opinion on, do I think the team's good or do I think the team is bad? Okay, next, Virginia versus Ohio. I think Virginia should be able to win this. I really don't think, they should lose. I mean, I could see an upset. I think it'd be funny, but probably gonna take Virginia. I'm not feeling it, if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it, and I'm not feeling it, Okay, USC, Wichita, or Drake. Now this one. I've seen USC, once or twice, maybe some highlights. They're supposed to be pretty good. I think it'd be hilarious if they got upset. And thus being my personal bias, I don't know about Drake. I like Drake. They're one of those teams where it's like, yeah, okay, I respect them. But I think Wichita or Drake could win, and that's just funny. So I'm going to choose them. Okay, next, Kansas, Eastern Washington. Don't have to think. Taking Kansas. They almost beat Baylor. They're right up against West Virginia. Those are the top 3 teams in the Big 12, and the only good teams in the Big 12. So I'm taking Kansas. Next, Oregon, VCU. I've seen VCU get a lot of upsets, and I think it would just be, again, it'd be funny if I saw VCU get an upset. I don't actually know how good Oregon is. I haven't seen their highlights. I haven't seen, anything about them. So what if they lost? I'm just saying. Thus, I would choose VCU. And then Iowa, Grand Canyon. I'm from the state of Iowa, but they're obviously going to win. It's not even a question. Iowa, obviously they're beating Grand Canyon. Whatever. Next, we're going to the East because we're going straight down. And obviously, not even a contest. My favorite team, Michigan, easily going to defeat either Texas Southern or I think it was Mount St. Mary's. Not even a contest. Now, the LSU St. Bonaventure. That one will be epic because supposedly St. Bonaventure plays good defense and LSU does, LSU things. I don't actually know what that means. And, not supposed to be bad. It's supposed to be pretty good. But I think, literally just the name Bonaventure. Oh, well, I guess we can look at it. They're pretty much the exact same. They didn't, but I think we're going to take St. Bonaventure on this one. More of a, I like them more. And that's how it works. Now, Colorado, Georgetown. Georgetown could upset. Could be possible. I don't know if it's possible. Don't think it's probable. But I'm going to go with, let's go with that information. I really don't know about this. Strength of schedule is 7th. They probably proved themselves. Thus, I think Georgetown can get it. Now, Florida State, University of North Carolina, Greensboro, gonna take Florida State. Not even a question. But BYU or Michigan State, UCLA. I think Michigan State can upset. I truly think they can. I don't want to say it, but I'm taking BYU because I feel like I like them more, and that's all it takes. Next, Texas over Alpine Christian, taking Texas. Connecticut, Maryland. I think UConn is good. Don't get me wrong, but I've seen Maryland in action a bunch of times this season. Yeah, I just think they can do it. Next, Alabama versus Iona. Pretty simple. I'm gonna take Alabama, but Iona and their head coach, funny Rick man. I think they could upset, but I'm not gonna take them as an upset. But I think it's possible. All right, moving on to the right side of the screen. Starting with in the South, we're starting with Baylor. Obviously, of course, Baylor. Being pretty good this season. I think they're gonna take it, and no more needs to be said. Now, North Carolina, Wisconsin. I think North Carolina could win. I think Wisconsin could. I think I should vote for Wisconsin. I think the Big Ten bias comes into play in this situation because I think they're pretty much even. As you can see, they're probably, Wisconsin's supposed to be a little bit better, so I guess, whatever. All right, Villanova, Winthrop. I think Villanova wins. But there's just something about that national championship 3 years ago that makes me think Winthrop can win. Let's look at this. Oh, okay. Here we go. Winthrop. Not supposed to win. Supposed to be trash. But wouldn't it be hilarious if they did? Thus making me vote Winthrop. Fight me in the comments. I think it's possible. Purdue, North Texas. I'm taking Purdue. Obviously. No question here. Texas Tech, Utah State. I think Utah State is a pretty good team. They have a guy who wears the number 44 based on the Wendy's 4-for-4, and that is funny. Do I vote for them because of it's funny? Yeah. Even though, no, it's funny, but not funny enough. Arkansas, Colgate, obviously Arkansas. I don't think Arkansas is good, but I think Colgate rhymes with toothpaste because it is a toothpaste. All right, so Florida, Virginia Tech. I'm gonna take Florida. I'm not saying Virginia Tech can't win. I'm saying Florida is. And I want Oral Roberts to win. I want them to win. I think they should win, but they won't. They just will not win. Okay, Illinois and Drexel. No contest. Well, Chicago, Georgia Tech. Cool. I don't know about this. Georgia Tech. Did Georgia Tech win the ACC? I'm going to look that up right now. Oh, I don't like the Steelers. That's just an old thing. Don't worry about it. They did. Okay, so they did. so that changes things. But you know, I was on the Cinderella story 3 years ago when Michigan beat Loyola Chicago. So you know, they're gonna get against beating orange teams, and for some reason there's like 1,000 orange teams in this one. As we can see, the matchup of 2 orange teams, Tennessee, Oregon State. I'm gonna take Tennessee. Enough said. Oklahoma State, Liberty. I'm gonna take Oklahoma State, even though I've seen Liberty as the 13 seed upset before, so wouldn't be different. But you know, Cade Cunningham stole Hunter Dickinson's Freshman of the Year, so they're gonna win. San Diego State, Syracuse. I'm gonna take San Diego State. I don't have any information on either of these teams, so it's really more just they're ranked higher. West Virginia, Morehead State. I'm taking West Virginia. If Morehead State wins, I will be shocked, because that is what we call an upset. And then Rutgers, Clemson. I mean, I don't even know how good these teams are, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure Rutgers wasn't good, and Clemson also wasn't good, but supposedly Clemson was, so I'll take Clemson. And then Cleveland State shouldn't be here. I like the Oakland Golden Grizzlies as a favorite, but they didn't win. That's unfortunate, so I'm taking Houston. Oh yeah. Alright, let's go back to the top. Second round of 32. Who's going to take it? Gonzaga, Oklahoma. Taking Gonzaga. Obviously, I think they're not the best team in the nation, but they're up there. Obviously, they have the best record. And then Creighton, Virginia. Upset Creighton. I just like Creighton. I feel it. I couldn't tell you why. Kansas or Wichita Drake, though. I'm going to take Kansas. I don't think it's possible for Wichita to get a second upset, or Drake to get a second upset, but whatever. Iowa, VCU, I'm taking Iowa. VCU could do it. Just not feeling it. Okay. Let me get situated here. Let's think. Michigan, St. Bonaventure. I'm taking Michigan. No competition. I don't know how far after this will go, because Isaiah Livers is still out, but they're definitely moving on. Okay, Georgetown, Florida State. Gonna take Florida State. Sorry, Georgetown. And then BYU, Texas. As cool as it would be if BYU were to win this, gonna take Texas. And then Maryland, Alabama. Alabama's winning it. No questions. It's just how it has to go. Okay, Baylor, Wisconsin. Would it be crazy if I said Wisconsin wins? Would it really be that crazy? They've had close games against Iowa. They've had close games against Iowa, and that's it. Well, I mean, look at this. They've 3-9 against top 25, sure, but I don't know. Would it be crazy if they did? Would it be that crazy? I'm gonna stick Baylor though. But if Wisconsin does upset Baylor, don't say I didn't warn you. Now, Texas Tech, Arkansas. I do not know how Arkansas is this good. Supposedly they're supposed to be like really, really good. I really just think Texas Tech. They made the championship. I think it was the last March Madness, so 2 years ago. So I'll take Texas Tech, because I just don't know anything about Arkansas. And then I don't want to do it. You guys know if you know that I'm a big Michigan fan after I've said it, I don't want to do it, but I do. Okay, Illinois, Battle of Chicago. It's gonna take Illinois. Tennessee, Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State wins it. They have, like I said, Cade Cunningham. That's probably just enough. West Virginia takes it. But Houston, Clemson, I'm going to take Houston because I know nothing of either of these teams. I guess Houston's supposed to be good. I'll take it. Closer than nothing, right? Okay, now we have pretty much just 1 versus 4 seeds at this point. Who's taking it? Alright, well, Gonzaga versus Creighton. I'm gonna take Gonzaga. I don't think Gonzaga should win, but I think they could. Kansas, Iowa. Now this. Iowa doesn't do good against guard play. And does Kansas have a good guard? I don't know much about Kansas. I'm just gonna, let's look, guard is their key player. So, you know what? I'll take Kansas over Iowa. I'm sorry all, Iowa fans that watch this, but I think Kansas takes it. Now, Michigan, Florida State. The guy on TV said, Florida State's taking it. He is false. Michigan is taking it. And then Texas, Alabama. I think Alabama takes it. I think Alabama's just going to run with it, and it's going to be fine. Baylor, Purdue. What if Purdue won? What if? What if? And I think that's enough. Purdue should win it. I just don't think Baylor's good enough. Even though they're actually, that's not true. I just think it's more of a luck-based game here at this point. So I'm going to take Purdue. I think Purdue can take it. But, I assume no one else is going to have Purdue even, beating, probably no one's taking Purdue over Baylor except for me and every Purdue fan. So, whatever, but I just feel it. Alright, moving on. Illinois, Oklahoma State. Upset potential here. Gonna take it Illinois, but upset potential. And then West Virginia, Houston. Again, I don't know anything about Houston, and I know West Virginia is supposed to be, at least as good as Baylor. So I'm gonna take West Virginia. And so now we're coming up Elite 8 here. We have Gonzaga, Kansas. I think Gonzaga takes it. I just think Gonzaga takes it. I don't think Kansas got enough juice in them at this point, even though they're playing on the same days and whatever. But I just think Gonzaga, and we'll stay here because we're right next to Purdue. This is a rematch of the Big Ten tournament game where Purdue almost upset. If it wasn't for the, let's just say, two bad people, the two evil people on the Buckeyes. So I'm gonna take the Bucks. I don't want to. Trust me, I don't. But I'm going to. Just leave it at that. Next, Michigan, Alabama. Now, this is a big matchup here. Because I don't think Michigan should win it. I truly don't. But I think my personal bias is what is a big key, role here. I feel like they should be able, they could. Let me think. Illinois, West Virginia. I'm taking Illinois. I just don't, I don't know who's touching Illinois right now. Michigan. Oh my God. I just think Michigan can take it. I want to believe in my boys in the maize and blue. I want to. Now, I'm gonna say, this is it. 3/19. Okay, what day would this be? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this would be March 29th anyway. He's supposed to come back around. If Isaiah Livers is back, that changes things. If Isaiah Livers is playing and healthy, Michigan takes it. But if he's not fully healthy by the time this game comes around, hypothetically, of course, Alabama should win it. I think that's how it works. Now we have the final four, and 3 of them have Big Ten teams. Probably biased here, but I did have Purdue Buckeye matchup, so that's unfortunate for me. So here we go, Gonzaga, Michigan, or Buckeyes, Illinois. Obviously, Illinois, no question. They're gonna destroy them. Even though they didn't actually destroy them today, I feel like they will. Gonzaga, Michigan. I don't want to be that guy who puts Gonzaga, Illinois as another, championship match. That's the reason why I would choose Michigan. If Isaiah Livers, like I said, is playing healthy, there's a chance. I mean, just look at this. Actually, no. I don't know why I said that. Record versus 25. They've only played 4 times. I mean, sure, 9 isn't like crazy amount, but it's 9. Obviously, they, haven't lost. Michigan lost 3 times. I just think Michigan can take it, and that's biased. That is very much biased. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I do not know. I'm going to say this. If the guards Mike Smith and Eli Brooks, and look, the entire Michigan roster is gonna have to ball. All of them are gonna have to ball out. Mike Smith, ball out. Isaiah Livers, ball out. Dickinson, ball out. Brooks, ball out. Franz Wagner, even though I didn't have to say it like that, they're all gonna have to go off. Even Shawnee Brown off the bench is gonna have to hit more than 0 shots. I'm feeling Gonzaga, but I'm biased. And that's why I think this championship matchup right here, Michigan-Illinois rematch, because Michigan got just obliterated by Illinois in that first matchup. So it comes down to this: Michigan-Illinois, who wins it? I think Illinois wins. I truly think Illinois wins. Because if you saw what happened the first game, Michigan was tired. And, they'd been playing like 4 games a week. But the personal bias, I know I should take Illinois. I don't know why I wouldn't take Illinois. That's obviously the right answer. I'm gonna that's wrong. That is wrong. And I know it just doesn't look right. This looks so much better. It just does. But I'm just, oh my gosh. I'm keeping Michigan. You know what? It's biased. I get it. Fight me in the comments. Even though it's only going to be one comment saying, Micah, you're wrong. But I'm just, And let's see. Combined points. They both score about 70, 80-ish. I'm feeling like 157. Let's just say. Both scoring about 75, almost 80 points. And I think that's it. So, if you want to look over the entire thing, I'll, slowly go through. And, I'll just kind of scroll through. So you see, all of these, crazy matchups going down. This is my bracket. You can, submit your own brackets and, send them to me. But I'm not going to tell you my email, so you just have to guess. And this is what I'm feeling. Definitely a lot of bias, like I said. But this is definitive. It is very definitive. So, if you like this content, make sure to subscribe. If you don't like this content, make sure to subscribe. Tell all your friends to subscribe, because subscribing is good. And I'll see you later. Good job, JV Gang. You did good.